Hi everybody, it is Nick from Booster and we're at the Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity, and I am in my role as the Marketing Society's, or one of the Marketing Society's Cannes correspondents. So it's very exciting, and I'm here with Joan, and we're on Brand Tech Beach. As you can tell from the sand, this beautiful backdrop that we've got here.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. So we're talking about creativity and what the key to great creativity is. Jo, could you please introduce yourself first?
Sure. My name is Jo Wallace. I'm Global ECD here at Jellyfish.
Amazing. And please could you share what you believe the key to great creativity is?
I mean, that is a difficult question to boil down, but I'll try. So I think for me, it comes down to curiosity and having the belief and the imagination that things can be different and things can be better. And if there are boundaries that you need to overcome, that you can overcome them. And your vision remains true and you set off and you go and get that great idea. And the idea is super key. So especially in today's world where anyone can make anything with Gen AI. I think even more so, the idea is so fundamental. Everything else kind of sits on top of that. So the craft, the tools, however you're executing sits on top, but you've got to have an amazing idea. Are you going to be able to move people? Are they going to feel something? Are they going to change their behavior or even just give a shit? You know, maybe they think differently after they've seen your idea. So yeah, I think that's super important. And also, I think in today's world, I'm noticing that as much as we're getting into this amazing digital world that we all live in, and AI is a huge part of that, people are also really craving genuine, spontaneous human interaction.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that a lot of brands and a lot of successful activations, it's because people want to go and have a conversation. They want to be able to feel something, to be moved, to meet other like-minded people, and that's why they will have a relationship with a brand. And I was reading yesterday, I think it was 76% of American consumers, they interact so much more and only buy from brands where they feel that they can have a genuine interaction and conversation.
Oh wow, okay. And when they have that genuine conversation and interaction, is that virtual? Is it in person? Does that mean that stores are becoming more important? What does that look like?
I think there's lots of different touch points that brands need to think about, and of course digital is really important, but this is referring to like actual in-life situations. Whether that's an activation, and at Jellyfish we often do everything across the spectrum. So of course we're hugely on the forefront of AI. We have many brands we work with where we're doing that work for them, and we also have brands where we're doing more in real life activation too, that also kind of comes down into the digital space. So for example, brands such as Hoka, we recently did an amazing piece of work with them for the Speed project, where we followed runners going across the desert and seeing them have that emotional journey, and as a consumer being able to see these people having that emotional journey, that connects you in with them. And obviously that's a digital experience, but it's kind of got that real life aspect to it at the same time. We also did a piece for Hoka where in New York, we brought the mountains to Manhattan, essentially.
Okay. Yes.
So we were launching a new trail shoe with Hoka, and we brought influential runners and we put them inside essentially a kind of glass box, but inside that was the flora and fauna and temperature and all of the things that you'd expect to find out on the trail.
Yeah.
And then the difference was that people from the city were able to watch them run in real time.
Amazing.
in their Hoka shoes.
Yeah.
And they obviously shared
So they're on a
content.
treadmill going on the...
Yeah. We had a treadmill. There was it was quite difficult actually to kind of have a treadmill without handles.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see the treadmill, but they were running obviously in place in this square
Fantastic.
glass box.
And that's it. And that is the connection that people will find, real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great.
Thank you very much. Are there any other examples, Ross, where I think, because the Hoka one is a fantastic one. Are there any others that come to mind that you've done recently?
I've noticed, this isn't necessarily from Jellyfish, but I have noticed a lot of beauty brands are really leaning into the real life activation as well, and kind of leaning into that space around where what are people interested in? I think that's the important thing of like realizing what is interesting in culture and trying to do a take on that people are going to acknowledge and be interested in. So food is something that we all absolutely love. So I notice a lot of brands, they'll lean into food. So Jaquimas, for example, will do like an ice cream stand, and everyone goes crazy for it because not only do you love ice cream, you love that Instagrammable moment, and that moment to be like, I was here. It has a kind of like cachet to it, and that then spreads the word to others and makes it even more kind of exciting for everyone involved.
And memorable as a result, right? Yeah, and a positive brand impression,
Yeah.
and all of those good things. Jo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
An absolute pleasure, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of Cannes.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.